We are back with 428 Shibuya Scramble. We were at a bit of an impasse last time, so I'm going to see if I can't get past that. We'll see what we can do. Kablamo. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to Achi and make sure that I've made all the right decisions. Let's find out. We're starting at 12. So for the first option, it said your choice, it doesn't matter. For the second option, I guess I'll see what this is. So they're making fun of us, these goons. But there was too much at stake. Yeah, that's the right decision. So I'll wait till it gives us a save thing. Or if I can press down, yeah, we're good. We're good. There, let's just bounce over here. We got that sweet music. Hitomi's got her phone, whatever, I don't really care about this particular point in time. But then I want to get to the third option, which is throw. So let's make that happen. We did throw. We should be good with Achi. So I'm going to go to Minorikawa right now and go to 1235. Which I seem to be unable to do. And I don't think I could do that with Osawa either. So I'm stuck with him as well. So I'll go to Kano. $12.40 with Kano. I'm stuck though. But I'll try anyway. $12.40. I don't think I'm gonna get a choice though. You know, we're stuck based on Minorikawa, so I'll go to Tama. That's fine. Let's go to 1205. Huh? I think I chose the correct option this past time. I snatch up. We're good. Let's go to 1210. Back from the storeroom. Oh, wait, no. Oh, no. With Tama, I'm good. Now I gotta go back to Kano. That's what it was. With Kano, I go to 1210. Questioning a suspicious young woman. And then go to She Can't, I think. But I did, though. Yeah, this is what's gonna bug me. Yeah, so we go through all this. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I appear to be at some kind of impasse. I couldn't get to 1235 with anybody. So, that's a little frustrating. We got that cool flashback, but then it wants me to go to Minorikawa at like 1235. So I'm stuck with everybody. So that was my best guess. So Strange Mr. Kippy, you said you had a guide. So like, do you have options other than what I have? Because I've done everything that my guide told me to do, and I appear to be stuck. Unless I'm genuinely supposed to do like Achi first or something. Because it says do Achi 1, 2, 3, then Minorikawa, it says select him from 1235. Like, I cannot do that. So I appear to be at something of an impasse just like I was last time. So I have no idea what to do at this point. Achi can go all the way to 1255. That's nifty, but Kano's stuck at a dead end at 1240. The last thing I can consciously make him do is at 1225? Do we have to make the right choice after making a wrong one? Does it save the wrong choice? No, because you could go back in time and choose the other one. Did I try Achi's jump points? Yes, I did. That was the first thing I did. Oh, the jump points. I'm pretty sure I tried those too. Because if you go to his jump, then it takes you directly to Tama, I believe. It looked like someone. Skablam. I guess I can see what happens if I do Tama's from back here. I don't know. But this is that spooky cockroach thing. So I guess I'll go through this. But I'm pretty sure I did this last time and it didn't really give me results of any kind. But we got this nifty storeroom and cockroach action. Like, Achi's jump points are the only thing I have, but I think I can only use the first jump point because I can't access the others because I haven't gotten to their times yet. But they appear to be stuck in wrong ends. God, that is disgusting. It's one of them. Like, that's way too good. And the music's all intense. So I snatch up the cardboard box. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Wham, we're gone. I make a run for it. Like, I'm making all the right decisions with these people. But I can't get to Minorikawa. The only thing I can think of is if I go to Minorikawa and actually start from the beginning and work my way up to 1235, I can try that, but that seems really unconventional. So I'll see what happens at that point. But I do not have high hopes, gotta admit. So I'll just button mash my way through this portion, but I can't select Minorikawa 1235 when I can't even make it to 1235, you know? Not to mention, it doesn't even address what options I'm supposed to choose. This freaking guy. It doesn't even address what options I'm supposed to choose with getting up to 1235. Dragon Ace. Now that I changed something with Kano, but I didn't. I mean, I am redoing the reporter anyway, but we'll see what happens. Because I do not know what to do at this point. Like, we're just talking, I don't know. Yeah, we talked to the guy. And it is 12:05. Okay. Oh, it's interesting if you end up using the same guide. Yeah, that was like the first one that I was able to properly Google. But yeah, I do not know where I'm going right now. Here's a cafe. I'm in the cafe. But I don't think this is working. The only thing I can think of is if I was supposed to do Achi's story first. Doing all the bad ends and doing the opposite of them? Yeah, but like, I can't get to 1235 with anybody, so I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Like, the only possible things I can think of is stuff that's before 1235, but I thought I did everything that led to that point. Because Osawa and Minorikawa are at, well, no, Osawa is just at an impasse. And everybody else leads to bad endings or to be continued. So, like, I'm no better off than I was last time. No smoking. And this stuff doesn't even matter. It doesn't even address these choices for Minorikawa. That's frustrating. And we're already at 1225. But I've already done, like, all of Minorikawa's choices. And Osawa's things don't really appear to matter. And Tama... Well, those are the correct Tama choices, right? Although I thought I saw something weird. Both of these options are grayed out, right? Was there any choice that I did not gray out? You know, I never did do the other Hitomi's reservations, apparently, so that might actually change things. I never did do the determined to help her anyway, he refused to back down. So maybe that will change something. I want to help people who are in trouble, what's so wrong about that? We'll see if this changes anything. I'm not the most dependable guy, but I'm still just, oh, it's no use, I'm no use, and he gets all sad. This is the one thing I haven't done. It doesn't look like it mattered, though. But that is the only thing I didn't do. So I did that. That is the only thing that I'm aware of that I have not already done. Reconsider this decision. No way was he letting her go back there. Humor me for a second. And then we go into this business again. And then we go with this. But there was... I don't know what, let's just bounce over here so it saves. That is the only thing I can think of to do. But then it wants me to go directly to Minorikawa, so I don't freaking know, man. Like, can I just get somewhere different because of this? I have no idea. A Dracologist, going way back makes sense, but I don't think that hours interfere with other hours. I think each hour exists in its own little puzzle universe. So I think that I do not need to go way back. That said, though, I mean, I may as well check the previous hour, because why not? Well, let me see something. There are some keep-outs. I snatch up, let's split up. Osawa was either. Maybe I better do the keep-out stuff first. Let's try that. So, let me see Tama's stuff first. Let's see what happens. So, Tama, we got the keep-out. Osawa, we got the keep-out. Let's do Minorikawa then. Maybe this is my problem. Minorikawa will do... But this was... Oh, 11:30. Nope. Where's a choice? This is probably it. Well, never mind. Because he should get a keep out, right? That's not well, never mind, though. Jeez, am I even looking at the right time block anymore? I don't even know what's going on now. This is... No, I totally am, too. Because I'm looking at all these bad ends, but then I'm going to the proper keep outs. Unless I really am supposed to do bad ends first. So I got Kano's bad end, which is hilarious. I got back to the precinct, I think, where I screwed up and got chewed out. I guess I can do... You know what? Let's do Tama's cockroach thing because it'll be funny. So let's go to 12:05. And let's do the I challenge the cockroach, and then go right to Achi. I challenge it to single combat. Oh yeah, with this goofy ass combat thing going on. Then I'll bounce to Achi and see what happens. That thing presses its back against me, but I swatted it hard. Oh, is this when Achi's talking to Hitomi and the cockroach just, like, falls on them? Because that'd be goofy as hell. Let's see if that happens. I hope it does. So now we're here. Let's go to Achi, 12:05. This ought to be good, I think. Bit of light shown. Turn on the lights. Let's see if anything comes of this, I hope. But it looks like I'm back to the choice here. Proper way to dispose of a plastic bottle. We got all this business. We're talking about the plastic bottle. We got the... wouldn't quite call it romantic alleyway scene, but we're getting there, I guess. But we'll see if I get a bad end from this, I guess. I don't know, man. Super frustrating. I could use your help a little while longer. Hooray. This is so great. Here we go. Then something else caught his eye. Huh? What's that there? It looked like something black was stuck to the top of her head. Yeah, the cockroach. Achi, what are you staring at? You got something stuck there? What, on my head? Without thinking, Hitomi reached up and plucked it off. That's pretty big. And it's got that music again. It was about 10 centimeters long, its body a glistening black, sporting feelers and several pairs of legs. Hey there, Fakafan. It began to writhe and wriggle between Hitomi's slender fingers. Gah! As she yelped. It's a cockroach! He jumped backward, but Hitomi didn't so much as flinch. Whew, sorry, that gave me a bit of a start, he continued. Guess it must have fallen from one of the windows up there. Still, Hitomi did not move. Hitomi? She didn't appear to hear him. Hello? Hitomi? Ugh. With muffled gurgle, Hitomi passed out on the spot, her body as stiff as a mannequin. Oh no. What? Hitomi, are you okay? Hitomi! 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 Dun dun dun! But no matter how loudly Achi called her name, Hitomi would not come to. Are you serious? Damn it, Tama. Wait, we keep going past that? What? Wait, what? From that day onward, Achi devoted even more of his time and energy to collecting trash. It became his personal passion to see that his city was a clean one, devoid of cockroaches. That was the mandate he had been handed, or, if nothing else, his atonement. What? She didn't die, did she? Are you... What is this, a freaking 80s anime? That really got me. Oh, man. That's so corny. The cockroach. Hitomi passed out after a cockroach fell into her head from out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere exactly. Hitomi and Achi were right underneath an Okane building where they were selling Burning Hammer. A cat and a cockroach had been fighting it out on one of the upper floors. The cat was victorious, but if it had run away instead, things would have turned out differently down below. Oh man, worth it. God damn, that's good. Oh, yes, please. Yo, that's a little too good. Bad end. You are not kidding, man. Alright, let's go back to, oh man, that was delightful. Alright, let's go back to Runaway. That was freaking great. Oh my god, that's so corny. Oh, jeez. Alright, we challenged to single combat. Yes, yes, yes. We're done. We did it. And we have our save. We are successful. Now, let's check out another bad end if I could find one. Okay, select Achi at 1240. I can do that, but I can't do Tama 1250, I don't think, but we'll find out. So let's go to Achi 1240. Oh my god, that was freaking great. Hop. Let's do that. Oh my god, that was freaking priceless. Alright, hop into the forklift. Let's go. This ends now! Okay, this ought to be our save soon. I love how we actually hit the guy, too. But this guy is relentless and a half, man. Yeah. I'll wait till the thing says save. Don't forget to recycle that glass! That poor sanitation worker. And save. Are we cool? Alright, now... Do I have Tama at 1250? I don't even know. No, I don't. So I can't even get that bad end. The sumo thing we got... Should he... No, we did that, I think. Actually, wait a minute. We might have something here. What if I... You know, let's do this. There's that. No and well, never mind. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. This might come all the way back to the character select screen. This might be something else. But I don't think so. No, it's got to be Minurikawa from the first time, though. So 12. But it says, like, no and never mind. So now I'm confused. Like, well, never mind and just keep. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is not working for me. So I do not know where to go with this, which is most frustrating, because everything comes down to that peculiar father-daughter pair. Unless there's some sort of option in the beginning, but it doesn't look like there is. Unless it really is just like some... This is a jump to somebody, but I think I did this already. That was just to Achi. Yeah, I don't know, man. I am straight up stuck at this this juncture again. Osawa's choices don't matter. He's just at a keep out. Wait a minute. Wait, did I ever actually reach a keep out with Osawa? Could that be my problem? Let me see what keeps happening if I get a keep out with Osawa, because I didn't see a keep out this time. We see the LC. There's the keep out. Okay, got it. That was a little weird. So there's my save. Can I do anything else? There's the keep out. Did it. So can I do anything else with this? Because it's freaking 12:20 over here. And there's the to be continued with Achi. I did that. But Kano's just stuck at a bad end. Minurikawa's stuck at a bad end. And Tama's stuck at a keep out. So I am lost. No, Fakafana, it was with Achi. It was a to be continued. With Osawa, I'm just blocked. But now that I've gotten keep outs... Because it just tells me to do these, Yeah, it just tells me to go to 12:35, and I really can't. Which is most vexatious. I must follow this order. I won't be able to progress as intended. But I've been doing that. What? Could there be something from another block? But that doesn't seem like it makes sense. I don't know, man. This is super irritating. Do I actually need to... But I did all the time block. Maybe I really do need to get the bad ends first, which would seem kind of dumb, but okay. I got the we got married bad end. I'm pretty sure I got the back to the precinct bad end. I got the cockroach bad end for sure. I can't even get that other bad end. Let me see something for the 12 to 13 o'clock thing. It says bad end 17, bad end 23, keep out, What is Achi TBC? Oh, for completion, I guess. Then bad end 24 and 22 keep out. Then bad end 18. All right, I'm gonna have to see what this stuff means then. Maybe I should actually just try that, which sounds stupid, but I'll do it. I did the we got married. For back to the precinct, maybe I need to do that. Let's try this out. Let's do Minurikawa. The peculiar father-daughter pair. I'm pretty sure I got this one. But I'll see what happens. So here I'll say no. No, he needed to finish his article. Did it. And then I'll do Kano at 12:25. And from here, we'll do They Couldn't. And that should lead me to a bad end. They couldn't just leave him like this. They're in the middle of a job. And this might just lead to a bad end directly? Like, this should just lead to a bad end directly, shouldn't it? Yeah, they trudge back toward the precinct. Uh-oh. So there's that. That leads us to our bad end, right? So we did that. The cockroach ending we got. So this leads to the bad end, I assume, right? Back to the precinct. There it is. So we got that. Then I'll do Tama. And I'll do the not cockroach. I'm pretty sure I already did the not cockroach, but I'll just make sure of this. Alright, we're good. We got that cockroach thing out of the way. Then we could do Achi at 12:40. No, 12:40. Let's do that. I think we did the forklift thing already. Uh-huh. Hop into the forklift. Can I do Tama at 12:50? I'm not 100%. No, I really can't. So I have no idea. This is a super frustrating experience. Hey there, USR. But yeah, I do not know which way I am going to go here. Yeah, if we get all the bad ends, we could progress through it, but like, I don't know, man. And yeah, Fakafanachi has jumps in his timeline, but it's too bad that no one else can, like, be jumped to because they haven't reached their appropriate points in their timeline. Watch me have to, like, go back to earlier chapters, but that shouldn't make sense. Where's the part where I can jump? Like, I'm not sure this is gonna work. Oh yeah, for Achi, I think I'm actually supposed to un-forklift, by the way. Forgot about that part. But I mean, still, whatever. This music's freaking great, though. Throw the boxes. Let's just make that happen. Hooray! This ought to do some damage. Oh, description of the word. Yeah, good call, Fakafan. I missed the jump, but that's alright, whatever. But it still's not gonna work. So we broke the box, or the stuff in the boxes. Oh, no. So we cool? We dodged the guy? Hooray! That takes care of that. So, about that... Okay, we're at the jump right now. Hooray! So let's hop to the jump. Street Mr. Kippy, I don't even know who Mino is. Oh, you mean Minoru Arakawa? Do we get the... I don't know anything about the... Strange Mr. Kippy, that sounds like something that I haven't yet done. This particular woman at the cafe. Haven't done it. Yeah, that jump ain't happening. Most vexatious. And that's the earliest jump. Well, no, the earlier one is Tama, actually. But then, well, 12:15. 12:15. Hang on. I think everybody should have made it to 12:15, right? Maybe this is the thing? Maybe this is it. This, like, her father's coworkers? Yeah, maybe this will be it. Maybe if I jump to Osawa from here. Maybe I just missed this the entire time. That was it. We're free. Thank God. Did it. Genius. Every time. The guy didn't address this at all. Back to Osawa, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving. We're advancing. We're moving on. Here, take a look at this. Huh? Oh yeah, the phone. Osawa could never have anticipated what he saw on the LCD screen. It was an email from Hitomi. Stifling an exclamation, he scanned the contents of the message. There's a man following me. He has a gun, and I think he's trying to kill me. I'm safe for the moment, so try not to worry. The kidnapper warned me, told me not to contact my family or the police. Please keep this email a secret. But didn't Hitomi give the kidnapper the ransom, Osawa said? What could anyone want with her now? Tanaka shook his head, uncertain. He wouldn't know any better than I would, I suppose. Do the police know about this? And if so, why haven't they said anything? He felt himself start to tremble as he searched for answers in Tanaka's silent gaze. I love how the chat's all like, thank God. Do you think this could be related to that other thing? I doubt it. If it were, why would they go after Hitomi? I suppose you're right, but Osawa was shaking out right now. Tanaka laid a hand on his shoulder. First, just calm down, and let's think about what we know about the kidnapper. His composure helped Osawa keep himself under control. They've taken Maria, the vice director continued quietly. I love how we're looking at them through the freaking toilet bowl. Along with the ransom of 50 million yen. And now they're after Hitomi. His gaze sharpened. Sir, do you think this could be someone who holds a personal grudge against you? A grudge? Osawa considered. He couldn't think of anyone who would have a reason to attack him. He'd been too caught up in virus research since his time in school to have formed any hostile rivalries. He didn't have any enemies that he knew of. Maybe someone's jealous that I became head of a laboratory, he suggested doubtfully. He had held his position for years at this point. Why would that spur someone into kidnapping his daughter now? Has anything happened recently? Tanaka asked. Anything strange since you got back from overseas? Since I got back? Osawa's heart skipped a beat, then started pumping faster. The first thing that came to mind was the solicitation he'd gotten for the American laboratory. If he accepted the offer, it would put Okoshi Pharmaceutical in quite a bind, possibly enough to warrant someone holding a grudge over it. But the only other person who knew about the potential transfer right now was his wife. Oh. No, Osawa said. Nothing. Not that I can think of. He couldn't bring himself to discuss the transfer with Tanaka. He felt a surge of guilt for contemplating leaving his trusted assistant behind. Hey there, Meowington. If he did make the move to America, he plans to recommend that Tanaka replace him as department director. Still, he didn't expect that to make up for his abandonment. Alright, I'll see what information I can find then, Tanaka said. The kidnapper had forbidden any contact with either family or the police, but Tanaka was outside of that circle and he knew how to handle himself with discretion. I'm sorry to have put this on you, Osawa said. And thank you. For now, let's see if we can get Hitomi to exchange some more emails. An uncomfortable thought suddenly occurred to Osawa. He blurted it out without thinking. Why do you have my daughter's contact information on your phone? Tanaka gave him a worried look. Sir, I promise I can explain once all this is over. Once this is over? Alright. And with that, he stepped out of the bathroom. Ugh. Something in the tone of his final words left Osawa to wonder. Could it be that Tanaka and Hitomi were dating? He hoped dearly for that not to be the case. Their age difference alone made the idea a disturbing one, let alone so many other considerations. Mamoru Tanaka is 40 years old, Hitomi is 19. This makes him just over twice her age. This does not necessarily mean, however, that they cannot date or fall for each other. Many couples with such an age difference between them wind up in happy committed relationship. Trying to put aside his paranoia, Osawa resumed his struggle with the clog in the toilet. This is the thing I can look up. Most toilet clogs are caused by a buildup of flushable paper products, or by solid objects inadvertently dropped into the toilet bowl, but shockingly enough, on very rare occasions, they can be caused by someone taking a dump that happens to be that big that it gets stuck in the pipe. Apologies to anyone who might be eating right now. That's so stupid. Oh, goodness. Jesus. Kajiwara reappeared, still toting the bucket. You seem to be having a lot of trouble there, sir. He made it sound like the whole mess was Osawa's fault. Of course I am. I've never had to do this before. Really? I'd think the research you do would be a lot more difficult than this. Fixing toilets gives me far more trouble, I'd say. So it would seem. Kajiwara stood watching, as if Osawa's efforts made an interesting show. I don't know the first thing about viruses, sir. But I don't find unclogging toilets to be that difficult. I love that a couple people in the chat are eating. It's amazing. Something that big that it clogs the pipes. Oh yeah? Osawa snapped? Then how about you fix the damn thing? Kajiwara really was a world-class pro at pissing people off. Are you sure? You don't mind? The detective asked. Be my goddamn guest. Osawa shoved the plunger into Kajiwara's hand. Like, it just sprints out of the room, I guess. Leaving the detective to handle the toilet, Osawa marched back to his study. He turned on the... Oh, this is the music for when you're about to press start to start a new game. This is that super laid-back music. Wow. Anyway, he turned on the CD player and lay back on the sofa, squeezing his eyes shut. He was seriously on edge. Kajiwara had totally broken his stride. What now? The door to the study slid slowly open. It's Detective Kajiwara, sir. Please don't come back in here without asking. My apologies, Mr. Osawa. I just wanted to inform you that the toilet has been fixed. Hey! Right, fine. Osawa hardly cared. He just wanted this guy to give him a little peace. Oh my. Is that really all you have to say, sir? Nary a compliment or encouraging word? For God's sake! Maybe a good job, Kajiwara? Or a, you're getting a promotion, detective? Osawa blew out his breath in exasperation. How? How are you a detective? I'm not sure I get your meaning, sir. You are completely clueless. I'd like to ask your superiors to replace you with a detective who knows how to take his job seriously. Mr. Osawa, with all due respect, it's unusual for a precinct detective like me to be stationed here at a victim's home. What's your point? Not to brag, sir, but I happen to be an exceptional detective. Kajiwara beamed with pride. In fact, I made an excellent showing on the Superstar Detective contest we had in our police social media service. An online platform whose primary feature is allowing people to connect with one another. The police-exclusive social media network that Kajiwara belongs to, Poxy, is very strictly regulated, with any abusive language, slander, sexual content, or lame jokes deleted almost immediately. Damn! If I were a cop, I would have done okay until that last one. I'd be out there on day one with those lame jokes, man. Oh. For a moment, Osawa thought the bolt of incredulous anger that shot through him was the onset of a stroke. How could a single person be so utterly infuriating? And you can't tell anyone about this, Kajiwara went on obliviously, but this summer, a new detective manga is starting up, based on me. Yo. Okay. Planned for serialization in the MPD's monthly PR magazine, the chapter titles have already been decided. Chapter 1, The Fabled Detective Kaji. Wow, we're doing this for real. Chapter 2, Kaji howls at the sun. Chapter 3, Kaji rides the rails. Chapter 4, Kaji at daybreak. Chapter 5, Detective Kajak? What? Chapter 6, Kaji, Queen of the Street. 7, Look out, Kaji. 8, Kaji on the Edge. 9, Dance, Kaji, dance. Dance, Warrior, dance. Any of you have high school flashbacks there? Chapter 10, Space Detective Kaji. What? And so forth and so on. These are all chapters of the same manga? Alright. Osawa spat out a peal of feigned laughter. A manga? I can tell you all about the plot, sir. Would you like to hear about it? Jesus Christ, this guy is unreal. I would not. It's about a telecommunicating... He just goes on! It's about a telecommuting detective who solves major crimes using just his wits and his computer. This is legendary. Oh, Dracologist Kojak, I gotcha. I totally missed that. I completely missed that. Surely you'd like to hear about that, sir. I really wouldn't. I know I may not look it, but I'm pretty handy with computers. Kajiwara's eyes drifted over to Osawa's desktop. Oh, that's actually bad. His hand darted out to the mouse with the gross, wet glove. In a matter of moments, he cleared the screensaver and booted up a web browser. Hey! Osawa barked. Don't touch that! But he was too late to stop the detective. Aya Kamiki discography, yep. The monitor showed the page for AyaNet, a fan page devoted to Aya Kamiki. Osawa's imminent rage stroke was beginning to make his vision grow fuzzy. You come to this site regularly, sir? Regularly? Well, I'm not sure Osawa trailed off, feeling the heat of a blush flare on his cheeks, feeling the heat. There's a lot of stuff on this site. Is there a section you primarily spend time on? Well, I mean, for my part, I really only go to the fan forums for folks 40 and over. Aha! With a twinkle of curiosity in his eyes, Kajiwara peered at the computer screen. Having his privacy invaded to this degree was the ultimate disgrace. Alright, Osawa huffed. You're an amazing detective, Kajiwara. Just incredible. I see you in a new light now. Now would you please get the hell out of my room? We tried to usher him back at the door. Please leave me alone. And he got up to leave. So do we send Kajiwara out, or do we send ourselves out, ladies and gentlemen? What should we do for this one, A or B? Kajiwara is a legitimately good detective by being annoying, but oh my god, he is annoying. So what are we going to do, everybody? A, kick him out. B, see ourselves out. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. High and a winner. We got a hot hand. We have one vote for A. Hey there, Ichigo Berry. We have 2 votes for A, 3 for A. 4 for A. A for fuck's sake. Yeah, honestly, I'm with A myself, because if we get up and leave, then we're just leaving Kajiwara alone with our sensitive computer. But 2 for B, though. We got like 5 for A, but we have 2 for B. Huh. 3 for B? Damn. Okay. A's still winning, but B's making a comeback. But then there's another for A. It looks like we're going with A. Get the hell out of my room. He tried to usher him back out the back door. Alright, sir, the detective said. Alright, I understand. I'll leave. But before that... Kajiwara slipped his hand into his pocket. I don't need a damn banana. It's not that, Mr. Osawa. I have something that I think may be important to you. 2 bananas. Oh, he's got the glove off. He held out a small plastic bag. Inside was a scrap of paper of some sort. What's that? Osawa asked. This is what was clogging the toilet, sir. Oh! With some hesitation, Osawa took hold of the bag. Huh? That's... The passenger name here is listed as Kenji Osawa. What? In the plastic bag was a plane ticket? Specifically, the one for his upcoming flight to the US the following week. Whoa, did somebody try to sabotage him? Yo. He left it on his desk. How would it wound up getting flushed down the toilet? This looks like it's pretty important, sir, Kajiwara said. I must say, it was pretty careless of you to accidentally flush it. A wry sort of smile came to his face. Although, the detective added, I suppose the question of who flushed it is another matter entirely. And it's a good thing that our plane ticket was that big. Osawa was at a loss for words. Someone had tried to flush his plane ticket on purpose. He was sure of it. Yo, the plot thickens. Is this to be continued? No. Hang on, what time is it? 45? We're getting there. Yeah, strange mystic hippie. Kenji Osawa, wow, what a coincidence. That guy has the same name as I do. He knocked on the door to Ai's room, but there was no response. It didn't look like she'd gotten back home yet. Osawa let himself in. Hundreds of flushed tickets. The stinging scent of her perfume pervaded the room, which was decorated all in white. Clothes were strewn all about as if to put her slovenliness on display. She'd been like this ever since they'd gotten married, and Osawa had long since stopped caring. It must have been Ai who tried to flush the ticket. He knew she didn't want him going to America, but still, couldn't she have found a better way to get rid of it? Thanks to her, he'd been stuck hunched over the damn toilet fighting with a plunger. Osawa sat down on the bed amidst the brand-name clothing. Then he spotted something odd down by his feet. It was a gold cigarette lighter. Oh my god. Don't let it go out or Black Sabbath will show up. Just when had I picked up smoking? Osawa picked up the lighter and set it on the shelf next to the bed. He started out of the room, but then he noticed a scrapbook on the bookshelf. Yeah, right, Meowington the Thing soundtrack, that like, doom doom. You could kind of hear it a little bit. The rest of the shelf was filled with fashion magazines, so the scrapbook definitely drew his eye. His eye? And it says scrapbook in English, by the way. Curious, he took it down and opened it. Suddenly, Kajiwara came barging into the room. God damn, this guy! Mr. Osawa, he cried out. It's your wife. She's gone completely hysterical. Oh. I'm sorry I doubted you, Kajiwara. She's what? Please follow me, Kajiwara led Osawa to the cafe where I had gone. The instant he opened the door, Osawa's ears were assaulted by a veritable whirlwind of verbal fury. Oh yeah, wasn't she arguing with Minorikawa? What the hell are you doing? Hurry up and arrest this man! Yes! The grating, histrionic voice was none other than Ai's. Ma'am, please, begged the officer she was verbally assaulting. I just need you to come with me for a while so I can ask you a few questions about the situation. The officer looked nearly on the verge of tears. A strange man, not to be outdone by Ai shouting, added his own voice to the chorus. Yes! Hurry up and find that listening device! She's got one on her, I'm sure of it! Oh, shut up. Please, please shut up. He'd only just stepped in through the door and already Osawa wanted to run away. The cafe was almost deserted. Probably the rest of the clientele had been driven off. What few customers remained were rooted to their seats, apparently afraid of getting caught up in the mayhem themselves. How dare you call yourself a police officer, Ai harped. This is dereliction of duty is what it is. Ma'am, please. The officer was in tears now. Wow. To think that good taxpayer money pays your salary. Ma'am, please. Recording a conversation without consent is a pretty serious crime, the other man railed. Not cracking down on that? That's dereliction of duty. Sir, please. You know what? Fine. I'll find the bug myself. Sir, please! The policeman exclaimed again as the man advanced toward Ai, holding out some kind of electronic device. I recoiled. Stop that at once. Don't you dare touch my belongings. Aha, so you do have something to hide. This is so stupid. Alright. Kajiwara interposed himself between Ai and the strange man. Oh, not you, Ai groaned. Why don't you mind your own business and get the hell out of here? Yeah, the man agreed. Mind your own business. Oh, don't you mind me, Kajiwara replied. Ma'am, your husband is here. He gestured at Osawa. Osawa hadn't expected to be put on the spot. He stood frozen, speechless. Now what, Ai snarled. What do you want? Nothing in particular. Osawa began to back away on reflex, but I closed in on him. That's how it always is with you, she shrieked. You never care one whit what I do you? And you know what? That's fine. But it wouldn't kill you to show a little concern when I'm under attack like this. Your husband, the strange man demanded? Look, someone's planted a bug on your wife. Could she be caught up in something? Something big? Tell me. Why? Why are they all coming at me now? Sir, please, the officer too turned to Osawa. We just want to hear your wife's side of the story. Now I'm afraid I'll have to ask all of you to accompany me back to the station. Osawa felt like he was standing in the eye of a hurricane that was whirling faster and faster. Are you even listening? Hey, you hearing us all right, man? Everybody, please! Osawa simply stood, paralyzed, and stared as the storm of fury raged on and on. And then his face will show up in the clouds when Achi goes back to his story. But no matter how hard he wished for some escape, the storm showed no signs of passing him by. I want to go home. I never should have come here. Why? Why did any of this have to happen? Yo, this sucks. Oh, that was a bad end? Wait, no! 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 Osawa walked into the middle of an argument between his wife and some weirdo at the cafe. The fight kept escalating until everyone involved got an invite down to the police station. It's doubtful that anything Osawa could have said would have stopped Ai from leaving the house in a huff, so maybe the guy she's arguing with needs to change what he does. Yeah, alright, I'll go back to Minorikawa. That was a legitimately stressful ending. Alright, a weird sound. Let's just ignore that. Oh my god, that sucks, man. That's so bad. That's right, I'll never get to the bottom of this. Alright. Oh, that was so stressful. Oh my god, that was so rough to even read. We already knew that got Minorikawa a bad end, but I didn't realize it could also get Osawa a bad end. Let's go back to Osawa now. I think that should have taken care of the situation. Oh my god, what a nightmare. What a nightmare. Ugh, he cut us off while we were checking Ai's room and everything. Alright. The thing music again. Did you just hear it? Doo-doo. There it is. Alright, man, that was so rough to read. Ugh. I feel so bad for Osawa. That's so bad. Alright, back to Osawa. We're looking at the scrapbook. Save. A gold cigarette lighter. Uh-huh. You notice a scrapbook. By the way, I love that in both of these scenarios, we never address whether there was actually a listening bug. Alright, we're looking at the scrapbook. The book was filled with articles and write-ups about the results of Osawa's research and the company's various achievements. Flipping through the pages took him on a trip down memory lane. There was even an old company memo welcoming Tanaka on board as his new vice director. There was a photo of Osawa shaking Tanaka's hand at the party, celebrating his new position. It was a little peculiar to think that she had bothered to keep something so trivial. Yeah, maybe she's dating Tanaka? A series of magazine articles was nestled between the pages further into the book. These hadn't been clipped out for inclusion in the scrapbook itself. Osawa glanced through them. Floundering Akoshi Pharmaceutical arranges marriage of political convenience. It was a self-indulgent piece from some rag called Oh No, 4-star general gossip from right after he and I had gotten married. That's a scathing article, too. When the piece had first run, he'd been too furious to read it. Now he gave it a quick looking over. It was pretty much exactly what he'd expected. It talked about how one of the corporate directors had sacrificed his own daughter in order to keep one of his researchers on board. Allowing someone else to come to harm for one's personal gain. In this case, the term is used figuratively, not literally. Wow, thanks for defining sacrifice. Referring to, of course, to Makino offering Osawa Ai's hand in marriage. Rumors abound of marital strife between the newlyweds. The article went on to talk about how Ai had been dating another man before she and Osawa had gotten married. The whole thing was a bunch of puerile rubbish. Any marriage involved some kind of calculated self-interest after all. Whatever the reasons for their union, nothing changed the fact that Ai was now his wife. With a faint sigh, Osawa put the scrapbook back on the shelf. Okay. Feeling disconsolate, he returned to his study and began flipping through his CD rack. I gotta say, this localization has some amazing use of vocabulary words. I really get a kick out of this. Hey there, T. Thomas. His eyes scanned for Aya Kamiki's album, For Tomorrow, Forevermore. A lot of her more experimental numbers were on that album. Given how discombobulated he felt right now, this was what he needed to hear. Yeah, let's listen to Secret Code, I guess. You see that on the left? Again, Osawa reflected on how there had been a time when he didn't care about music at all. He'd simply purchased copies of the most popular CD of the moment as birthday presents for his two girls, and that had just happened to be an album by Aya Kamiki. Hitomi was thrilled by the gift, but Maria hadn't seemed terribly fond of it. The next day, she tossed her copy back on her father's desk. Figuring that throwing it away would be a waste, Osawa had stuck the CD into his computer to give it a listen. He was immediately bombarded by an intense beat bolstered by bold, uplifting vocals. Aya Kamiki wrote her own lyrics, which did a fine job of conveying the emotions of a teenage girl. Osawa could hardly believe it. After listening to just one track, he was well and truly hooked. Before the day was out, he had purchased her entire discography. Damn. Damn. Huh? He muttered. For tomorrow, it should have been in the CD rack, but there was no sign of it. Where the heck is it? Why isn't it here? For a moment he wondered if he was going crazy, and then he remembered. It was at the lab. He'd wanted something to listen to on break at work, so he'd brought the album there. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Not being able to listen to it made him want to hear it all the more. It wasn't like he could just go out and buy another copy right now, either. He just had to borrow the copy he'd given to Hitomi all those years ago. Unable to contain his need to hear that music, he went into Hitomi's room. There, he quickly rummaged through the CD rack beside his daughter's bed. Part of him felt like he was being a little sneak thief. According to the email Tanaka had shown him, someone was trying to kill Hitomi. Under the circumstances, he knew that what he was doing was ridiculous, and yet he still couldn't resist the impulse to find this CD. But his efforts were to no avail. There were no Ayakamiki CDs in the rack at all. German? Oh, Mozart. Well, okay. Symphony number 9. Osawa pulled out every CD on the rack, but they were all classical music. Dvorak. He slumped back in disappointment. It had to be somewhere here in her room. Osawa jumped at the sound of his cell and fumbled to get out of his pocket. Makino's name was displayed on the LCD screen. I'm out front. Finally! That was all Makino said before hanging up. Hurriedly, Osawa began tidying up the CD rack. Yeah, we're gonna get some information about the emails about the virus. As he worked, he thought about what he was going to say to Makino. To think that someone had violated corporate policy to such unethical ends. It sullied his research. Osawa wasn't about to let anyone get away with it. Yeah, this ought to be serious business. And yet, as he was about to leave Hitomi's room, a sudden uncertainty gripped him. He hesitated. Did he have any right to condemn Makino for running trials in secret? His hand began to sweat as it gripped the doorknob. No, he didn't. How could he? His hands were dirty and all this, too. Whoa, video? We need to keep this a secret. Just between us. Yo, it'll be fine. We've already cleared animal testing. The memories hovered. Osawa himself had already administered the antiviral to someone, hadn't he? It was the only way. Yo, this is intense. Muttering to nobody in particular, Osawa trudged toward the front door of his house. Yo, this is gonna get serious. You're damn right to be continued. Yo. That's something else. That is a to be continued for the ages, man. Wait a minute. My hands are dirty too. Okay, so to be continued for Osawa. And we have Minorikawa. We might have to come back to that. Kano. Is there anything I could do with anybody else? Who else could Achi jump to? No, it was Minorikawa. But if Osawa broke the time barrier, then how do I make this work? We beat Osawa. We did it. But now how do I advance? I gotta find a way to do the keep out stuff. Kano? Can I do Kano? It says 1240. I can't do Minorikawa yet. Well, no, maybe I could do... Let's try Minorikawa anyway. Wait a minute, but Minorikawa... Oh, this is 1225. Whoops, excuse me. There is no 1235. Interesting. So maybe I just advance Minorikawa then. Maybe I could just go. We'll see what happens. I need to focus on the article. No, that's still the bad ending. Huh. Yeah, Minorikawa has to be guided to the Burning Hammer demo. The right choice for Tama split up? I'll give it a shot. Because there is this big gap here, right? Shall we search? But even so, Tama got to, maybe split up? Let's see what happens. It's 12:35. Oh no. I doubt I'll be able to find the truck by then. What should I do? But it's just a keep out, right? Yeah, how do I make this work? But then again, we did send Shiri off in a different direction. That might be something. Achi should not affect this. I don't know, Kano? Run into, There's gotta be something we could do about the reporter. Yeah, that's the bad end. There has got to be something we can do with Minorikawa. Although, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm stuck with Minorikawa at the father-daughter pair, so I might have done the right thing. The split up might have done it. We might have done it, actually. We might be good. We need to finish the article. He went back to his typing. Uh-huh. We hear the bug. But I can't skip this, though, so this might be good. His attention was drawn to a young woman. I can't skip this, and this sounds different. We might have done this. We might have actually gotten this. So a strange beeping sound broke Minorikawa out of his writing reverie, and upon looking up in confusion, he found his attention drawn to a young woman at another table. And then one of these, and one of these. Oh, and this, and this, and this, and this, and that, too. She finished with a broad grin. Yes, we did it! We did it! New content! Let me just repeat your order back to you. 1 Japanese-style beef patty, 1 spicy fish roast spaghetti, 1 chicken casserole, 1 French onion soup. Yeah, it's only when I press the button to advance the thing. It's like beeping off each item. 1 fruit parfait, 1 chocolate parfait, and 1 deluxe chocolate parfait. Wow, so that incessant beeping was not a bug. It was like the waitress taking 1,000 orders. That's actually really funny. That's amazing. Will that be all? The waitress anxiously awaited confirmation. Yo, this is kind of fantastic. Ryoko Kakinuma, a second-year student at Midoriyama Academy's law school. She was hassled by a pair of hustlers on her way to work and showed up 5 minutes late for her shift. The manager told her that those 5 minutes were coming out of her pay, so she's a bit irritated right now. That sucks. You forgot the large caramel shake. The customer was a full-figured young woman ensconced at a nearby table. Oh, my apologies. The waitress quickly jotted down the addition to the order. Wow, so this whole time we thought that I had a bug on her. She really didn't, so she was rightfully angry. That's fantastic. That'll do for now. That'll do it for now, the young woman said. For now? Yikes. She's actually planning on ordering more after that? Marveling at this display of appetite, Minorikawa went back to typing. Alright, we did it! We're advancing! Oh, but wait, now there's the beeping? Now what? He heard the strange beeping sound again, subtly different than the first time, and this time it was closer. Seriously, what the heck is that? Oh, this garbage again? Nope, we're finishing the article. So there's still a different bug. So maybe IE does have a bug. Immersed himself in his writing, stopped worrying about the sound. Cool. Good. Done. Making it happen. The plump young woman set about devouring all the food she'd ordered, despite the strange look she was getting. Yeah, I love how she's just like, Now that was an appetite to be reckoned with. It took her under 3 minutes? That's impossible to polish off the lot. Yeah, Strange Mystic Hippie, it did say different beeping, yeah. Then, looking not the least bit sated, she picked the menu right back up. Jeez, was she seriously going to order more? Norikawa was starting to take an interest in this young lady. There might be a story here. He conjured up a series of headlines in his mind. Woman inhales 30,000 calories in 30 minutes. What an ass. This is the equivalent of 100 pieces of shortcake, 300 glasses of milk, or enough steak and rice to feed about 30 people. That's impossible! No. He needed something with more punch. Food for thought. An expose on obesity. No, that was no good. He wasn't running for a fashion mag here. A gourmet day in Shibuya. Ka-ching! That was it! He'd be able to whip something up if he went with the foodie angle. Minorikawa got up from his seat. She gives him this suspicious look. That's pretty impressive, he said to the hungry diner. Do you always eat that much? The young woman glared back at him. Not always, she said. Suddenly, tension filled the air. Oops, was that way too blunt of me? I mean, she is a young lady, after all. Maybe I should change up my approach. Who the heck are you, anyway? The woman asked. I'm a freelancer writer. I was hoping I could do an interview with you real quick. You want to interview me? The suspicion was plain on her face. I do. I mean, girls all over the world worry about their diets, right? I hear that, yeah. So would you be willing to share your secret, or your technique, or whatever, for how to eat without getting fat? What, me? Sure. I mean, look at the figure you're maintaining, despite eating all this food. Hey! The young woman's expression brightened up. Oh, you noticed. There's actually a lot that goes into all this. Yeah. The basic thing, though, is to eat 10 meals a day. Minorikawa struggles to keep his jaw from dropping. 10 meals a day? She flashed him a chubby-cheeked grin. You don't know how diets work, do ya? She chuckled. Eating only 1 or 2 meals a day, that's what'll make you fat. You gotta space out your food into smaller portions throughout the day. That's the fundamentals of dieting right there. Wait, does that imply that this was a small portion? Because... Right, but what happened to the smaller... Yeah, portions part. Minorikawa had to bite his tongue. Ah, I see, he said. Any other pro-dieting tips you could share? Well, for the basics, I'd say always drink protein instead of tea, yeah? Drink protein all day? Seriously? Once again, it took all of Minorikawa's willpower to keep his thoughts to himself. Let's see, what else? Oh, there's this stuff called Burning Hammer. Hey! There's this stuff called Burning Hammer, too, but she trailed off with a little wince. Wait. Minorikawa perked up. Did you say Burning Hammer? Oh, you know it? I've heard of it anyway, Minorikawa replied. He decided he was better off keeping his plans to head to the sales demo a secret. There's a sales demo later on, if you're interested, the woman said as if she were reading his thoughts. Though, full disclosure, I am working for them right now. She handed Minorikawa an advertising pamphlet. There was a more detailed map for the venue included. What a stroke of luck! Now he didn't need to rely on the crummy map on the project proposal anymore. He'd have no trouble finding the venue with the building's various floors all broken down for him. And actually, I gotta get back to work, the woman said. Sure, thank you so much for your time. Oh no! Did she just leave us with the bill? Because she's just walking out. I'm gonna hang back and finish up my copy here. The woman left the cafe and Minorikawa went back to his laptop. Okay. He'd gotten some new info on the Burning Hammer sales demo, but he'd also lost some more time. The surveillance camera piece still wasn't finished. I like that the keys have all these characters on them, but caps lock, option, function, enter, home, page up, page down, and are all just straight up in English. Shift, return. The surveillance camera piece still wasn't finished. It was going to be a near thing to get it done before the sales demo started. Yet instead of returning to his writing, he got out his cell phone. What if Toyama had gotten another of his crazy ideas? If he tried to hang himself again, the thought had Minorikawa too worried to work on his copy. The phone rang several times before someone picked up. Mr. Toyama, where are you right now? Minorikawa asked. Right now? I'm on the run, somewhere near Shoto. An upscale residential district. Despite being smack dab in the middle of the city, it's a quiet neighborhood, rife with greenery. The residence of the former governor of Tokyo is here, built on a massive 2,200 square meter plot of land. There's a shady hotel district a short walk to the south, making for quite the juxtaposition. Hey there, Dr. Wowie. Did you find that media? Mega Man? Toyama was speaking in an oddly hushed tone. Shoto? After you left the office, some guys came by to collect on my debts, so I made a run for it. Okay, so I wasn't dead, but the situation was still pretty bad. Look, we'll get you through this somehow, Minorikawa said, hoping it was true. Just keep your head down and stay out of trouble. Stay where you are. You need to get back to the office, ASAP. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what is the option going to be? Stay where you are, or go back to the office? A is for stay. B is for back to the office. I'm a genius. I'm so clever. So yeah, well, what are we feeling about this one? Because we can't read the future, so this could be anything. Any ideas for this one? I am most curious as to the take on this, because I actually have no idea where to go for this. If we get a bad end, we get a bad end, but at least this is new territory, right? We have 1 vote for B, 2 votes for B. Dragon Ace, no, he did not leave his little girl at the office, but there's a chance that he might have been caught while, like, outside, I think. A bunch of people are going with B's. Like, everyone's going for B. Alright, let's make this happen. Back to the office. The office? But they'll find me there for sure. Toyama's voice was little more than a pathetic whimper. It's a little bit of reverse psychology. The last place they're going to look is where... the last place the debt collectors are going to think you went is back to the office, right? Ah, I see, Toyama said. He sounded impressed by the suggestion. Hey there, Galleon, Crimson Alice, and, the Dutta. For now, just stay hidden until I can get these articles finished. Alright, Toyama said weakly. He hung up. Minorikawa let out a deep sigh, then turned back to his laptop. Keep out! Fine, we advanced. I'm not even mad. In fact, we can get out of the keep out now with Achi's stuff, right? This should be a piece of cake. I hope. Ooh, this might be a little late, actually. I don't know if I'll be able to get away with this necessarily. No, we're good. Solved. Skabam! Did it. Minorikawa took a look at his wristwatch and gritted his teeth. By the way, because the Achi thing was like gritting your teeth, probably what Minorikawa is doing right now. By the way, what sort of impression do you have of this wristwatch? Just respond with whatever happens to come to mind. What? Damn, is it that late already? He needed to head for the sales demo. The surveillance camera article wasn't done, but he just had to leave it where it was for now. As he was slipping his laptop back into his bag, his cell phone rang. He looked at the screen and saw Chiaki's name listed as the incoming caller. Was she done with her interviews? Hurriedly, he picked up. Chiaki, how's it going? Several wet sniffles came to the receiver. Hey, are you crying? It's no use. Yeah, we've pretty much read this. Her voice was indeed punctuated by sobs. People won't stop to talk no matter how hard I try. Oh, come on. This again? Really? I can't do it. Don't worry about paying me. Just let me go home. Minorikawa was already operating on a too tight schedule. He didn't have time to worry about Chiaki on top of it all. Look, just slow down and take a breath. Try and keep at it a little longer. He should have seen this coming when he first called her. Her shyness was practically pathological. But if he cut her loose now, all this frustration would be for nothing. But I can't do it, Chiaki whined again. I'm sorry, I really am. Look, just calm down. Minorikawa was practically screaming into his phone. Just stay where you are until I get there, okay? Got that? Whatever you do, just don't move. Leaving the money for his coffee on the table, he strode out of the cafe. Street interviews were tougher than they looked. Not many random passersby were willing to stop and do a back and forth. Still, being able to talk to people on the street was a fundamental skill for a freelance reporter. All Minorikawa wanted was for Chiaki to put in a little effort and make it happen. Although he found her personally frustrating, he actually quite liked her writing. Reading her words, you'd never guess what she was like in person. If she could just break the right story, he was sure readers would be quite taken with her. There was no time like the present. Okay. The plaza outside Shibuya Station was as crowded as ever. Minorikawa looked around and soon spotted Chiaki. Hey, what are you doing? He asked. We found her. She was hunkered down in front of the statue of Hachiko, squatting in an odd position. A group of kindergartners was gathered nearby, peering at her with sadness in their eyes, like she was a stray dog or something. With the frickin' lollipops. A pair of girls from Midoriyama Academy's kindergarten. They always hang out around the train station after school. They're quite fond of killing time inside the Tokyo 5000 series display car, the new landmark by the Hachiko entrance. The beat cop at the station's police box has nicknamed them the Kinder Partners. Hey! What's this all about, Minorikawa asked. This is how I end up when I lose all my self-confidence. I just want to hide. Oh, for crying out loud, get up, will you? I don't wanna. Stop crying. And Chiaki sniffled and wiped at her eyes. These freaking kids. Let me ask you this, Minorikawa stared down at her. What was it that made you want to be a freelance writer? Well, I guess because I wanted to try my hand at writing? A dangling bit of mucus bobbed in and out of Chiaki's left nostril as she spoke. Okay, Minorikawa followed. And why is that? Well, I'm not too embarrassed. I'm too embarrassed to say. Chiaki hid her face in her hands. Okay, never mind that then. Right now you have a task that's been handed to you. You can't just say you can't do it. Minorikawa tried to keep his tone calm. No magazine in the world is going to let a novice writer just write about whatever they want. You have to prove yourself first. Get your fundamentals down. I already know all that. Minorikawa took the notebook from Chiaki's hands. Hey, she squeaked. Wait, you only talked to one person so far? There sure wasn't going to be a story in that. Yeah, well, not a person exactly. Huh? Wait, what's this in here? Oh. A cat? No, I mean, yes, there was a person in a cat suit, so this is our jump. This will unlock Tama. I thought since I couldn't see their face, it'd be easier to ask them stuff. Fine, whatever. Now get back out there and get me some more. Minorikawa steered Chiaki toward the passing crowd. And the kids are all pointing at her too. What now? What, now? Yes, now. We've got no time to waste. I'll even stand by and watch for a minute. Now enough with the excuses and get out there. These kids are amazing. Minorikawa looked on as Chiaki wandered through the crowd. Her anxious demeanor seemed to repel everyone around her. On the rare chance she did manage to flag someone down, the way she stammered through her initial questions made them take right off again. After a minute or two, she shuffled her way back, shoulders slumped. See, it's hopeless. Okay, some advice. First off, you aren't approaching the right people. Some people are clearly in a rush, you know? You're not going to have much luck trying to flag down a businessman who's visibly in a hurry. Now, folks who are waiting on someone, couples, groups, they're going to be less on their guard. But I mean, if I do manage to nab someone, how do I keep the conversation going? Chiaki asked. That was indeed the tricky part. Whenever I get an answer I'm not expecting, I get all flustered. Chiaki, have you ever played tennis? Tennis? Well, yeah. I was in my school's tennis club. She struck Minorikawa as being more the manga club type, but that was neither here nor there. Okay, that'll make this simpler. What's more fun? Rallying with an opponent or hitting the ball off of a wall? Rallying with someone else, of course. Minorikawa gave her a hearty nod. And why is that? Because when you hit the ball off a wall, you already know where it's going to come back to. And revelation dawned on Chiaki's face. Oh. It's the same with interviews, Minorikawa said. Don't get flustered. Enjoy the rally. But I don't think I'm composed enough to enjoy it. Don't overthink things. Just let yourself enjoy the small talk. Small talk? Oh, I'm sure I'm not any good at that. She was starting to waffle again. Okay, let me ask you this, Minorikawa said, taking a step closer. Are you happy with your life right now? I'm not happy with my life right now, no, Chiaki muttered. She hung her head in dismay. Okay, so start with that, Minorikawa said. Huh? Chiaki blinked a few times as she lifted her head back up. I'm not happy with my life right now, but what about you? Like that. Oh, okay. A sliver of liveliness had crept back into Chiaki's voice. Minorikawa jabbed his finger right in her face. Right there, he said. Put on that face when you flag people down. Chiaki's smile widened. I'll give it a shot. Thank you so much. Sure thing. Good luck. Chiaki strode enthusiastically into the crowd. Oh no, is that the... Wait, no. That was the Twin Peaks named guy, right? Leland Palmer? And tried to flag down a Westerner who was walking hurriedly past. Did she even listen to a word I said? Minorikawa felt his short-lived triumph melt away. Am I just going to have to teach her everything again from scratch? Then he paused in surprise. Hold on. Okay, good. Whoa. Chiaki snatched the man by the arm in an attempt to get him to stop. To Minorikawa's amazement, the gambit worked. Before long, it looked like the two were engaged in some kind of animated conversation. Maybe she would get an interview out of this after all. Heck, the look on her face was actually somewhat confident. Sometimes people could surprise you once you got past their surface issues. Now Minorikawa could head to the Burning Hammer sales demo with a little more peace of mind. Speaking of which... Crap, what time is it? In a panic, Minorikawa checked his wristwatch again. Think about this wristwatch. That will tell you how you think about the opposite sex and whatnot. What? Stop doing this! The demo was set to start in less than 5 minutes. Uh-oh. He really was cutting it close. Oh! It's the Joseph Joestar run! Run away! Minorikawa sprinted through the intersection, headed for Center Guy. Oh my god. Guys, I think we actually are advancing in this story. This is great. Alright. Now let's finish up Tama if we can. A cat? Person in a cat costume. Skabang! Boom! Doing it! Arrgh, what should I do? Where could the truck that took the Burning Hammer possibly have gone? I'm standing there racking my brain when I hear a voice call out from behind me. Excuse me. Here we go. Are you, happy with your life right now? I turned to see a woman holding a notebook. Huh? I mean, just... Sorry. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? I do not have the time for this right now. I'm more than a little busy. Oh, no, I mean, I understand if you can't. She's giving me this hyper-intensive stare. I can't tell if she's trying to be intimidating or if she's actually afraid of me. Something about her is definitely off. Way too jittery and suspicious for my liking. Whatever she wants, I'd rather not get involved. Just look at this stupid situation. I'm actually pretty busy, I say. Oh, I mean, just real quick. Be a huge help, please? But... Please, I really... Please. She bows so many times, she looks like one of those drinking birds. A toy bird that functions by means of a simple heat engine mechanism, causing it to continually dip its head into liquid and then rise back up. Sometimes falsely claimed to be a type of perpetual motion device, once a common sight in offices the world over. Yup. I can't help but feel bad for this poor girl. I guess I could give her at least a few minutes of my time. Moments. This girl is kind of creeping me out. I decide to ignore her and move along. Well, remember, it did say she talked to a cat. So, like, do we do this or not? Talk to her or move along? A, talk to her. B, move along. What's it gonna be? Also, check out those, that, I don't know what it's called, like mosaic, maybe mosaic? Like those, I don't know if you, like, embossed? Those images sticking out? I don't know. So anyway, we have 1 vote for A. 2 for A, 3 for A. 4 for A, 1 for B. 5 for A. A is kind of steamrolling right now. 2 for B, more for A. Alright, we're doing it. I can't help but feel bad for this poor girl. I guess I could give her at least a few moments of my time. Alright, but please make it quick. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. She goes back into drinking bird mode. So what was the question? Oh, right. So, are you, happy with your life? Right now? Well, right now, as you can see, I am a cat. Oh, a cat. Yes, I see. A cat. So, yeah, I'll put down cat. She just writes the word cat in her notepad. Right, thank you. Huh? Are we finished already? Yes. Yes, we can finish right there. She hangs her head a little and looks away. Are you freaking kidding me? That really? Well, that sure was quick. I'm not sure I get what it was all about. Did I really give her enough to be useful? I doubt it, but hey, at least it was over fast. Wow. I head off in search of the burning hammer once more. God, that was weird. God, that was weird. God, that was weird. No matter where I wander, though, I don't spot the truck anywhere. Now there's only 15 minutes before the demo's supposed to start. I better make my way back to the venue. Maybe Chiri had better luck in her search. Back at the break room, I'm met by Mr. Yanagishita, who positively radiates despair. God damn, that was awesome. Did you find it? I'm sorry. I tried. Yanagishita's shoulders slump further at my response. Have you heard from Chiri? I ask. No, nothing yet. I guess she's our last hope. All of a sudden, Mr. Yanagishita holds up a pendant. The situation's rough. I'd like you to wear this. It's a miracle stone like the one I saw back in the storeroom earlier. This ought to kick up your luck a notch. Now I see the Yanagishita is wearing another miracle stone around his own neck. Using one bit of sham merchandise to help find another. Nice. This is the pinnacle of pitiful. That's what this is. Hurry up, put it on, before the luck runs out. Mr. Yanagishita's eyes are all bloodshot. Something tells me that refusing his request wouldn't be wise right now. After a moment's hesitation, I take hold of the pendant. The stone is blue and glittery. What? Is that Chiri? Mr. Yanagishita squeaks. He whips out his phone. No, sorry, he mutters after listening for a moment. I think you have the wrong number. Guess it isn't Chiri after all. Okay. And yet he stays on the line. Huh? Nani? Really? His tone suddenly does a complete 180. Yes, please. Thank you so much. As soon as he hangs up, Yanagishita strikes a victory pose with all these anime lines in the background. It's a miracle! Burning Hammer is back, baby! Huh? The recycling guy realized his mix-up and returned the boxes to the loading dock. Whoa, for real? You girls did great. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. I've never seen someone come so close to literally jumping for joy. I'm gonna go prep the demo room. Tama, you go bring the Burning Hammer inside. With that, Mr. Yanagishita practically flies out of the room. God damn, this guy is like the best character. No way, I remember to myself. This thing didn't actually work, did it? I examined the Miracle Stone more closely. It just looks like some kind of toy jewelry. I wish that I actually get paid my 20,000 yen. Hey, it's worth a shot. With the Miracle Stone still clutched in my hand, I hurry out to the loading dock. Okay. I braced myself before actually stepping out the door. Oh! It's there! It's really there! The cardboard boxes are scattered all around outside. Wait. Scattered all around? What happened to them? The goopy-ass face. I suddenly have a very bad feeling about this. Apprehension gnaws at me as I open up one of the boxes. No! I shriek and my vision dims. Oh no. The box is full of bottles of Burning Hammer. All of them smashed to pieces. Oh, that is some to be continued. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we're going from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock right now, but this game goes until 5 o'clock. Like, there is plot to be had. It's Kano time, baby. But what am I supposed to do? Hey there, Jazzmaster. What am I supposed to actually do with Kano? I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can make this work. Minorikawa, wrapping up writing. Oh, no. I don't want this. I want to do Minorikawa 1235. That's what I want to do. I think we're actually supposed to give the other advice to Toyama, so we'll try that on for size. We'll get you through this. Just keep your head down. So we actually want A. Stay where you are. What am I supposed to do? And his voice dropped in and out. Sounded like he was moving quickly. Find some place to hide and just lay low for a while, he told him. All right, Toyama said weakly. He hung up. Back to the laptop. Okay, so that influenced something, right? There's probably some bad end we can get later, but we'll deal with that at another time. He took a look at his wristwatch. Okay, we're good. Now, I will go to Osawa at 12:35. Here. And we actually want the other option again. So, wow. Okay. So we're actually going to leave Kajiwara in our room. I think. Is this 12:35? Can I do that? No, this is 12:30. How do I do this right? Let me make sure this works now. Achi was... Let me go back to Achi and make sure everything is exactly the way it should be. Alright, that was your choice. This. And this was, but there was, right? But there was. Golden. And then... And then... Throw, right? We are good. We did Minurikawa. You need to stay. I can't exactly do Osawa 12:35, can I? Maybe I do need to do the insufferable Kajiwara other option. We'll just see what happens, I guess. So please leave me alone, I guess. He got out to leave the study. Sir, hold on, there's something I wanted to give you. And then it's the... I don't need a damn banana! But then it's the flight ticket, right? What? Is this different? Oh, we just leave. We don't get the plane ticket. He fled the room. He needed to be alone, if only for a few moments. But even if he could somehow shake Kajiwara, the other detectives had eyes all over his house. He had reached the limits of his patience. He couldn't even think straight anymore. He headed for the back door, trying to avoid the police. Interesting. Opening the door quietly, he slipped across the yard and out through the back fence. Interesting. This is a totally different thing. He didn't want to venture too far from the house. He found a tiny alley and took cover there, thankful for a few moments to himself at last. He hadn't been there long when he caught sight of a man and a young girl, a father and his daughter, running past on the main road. It looked as if they were running from something. The man flashed a look back over his shoulder, then took his daughter by the hand and pulled her off the road. They crouched behind some bushes, hiding. Wow, so if we had told Toyama to go back home, then Osawa would not have seen this. I'll have to deal with this in another stream. As he looked around wild-eyed, he spotted Osawa watching him from the alleyway. Help, the man called out, so he does have his daughter with him. Help me! Please? If these guys catch me, Oh. The father's eyes went wide when he got a look at Osawa's face. You're... Huh? Osawa thought he recognized his fugitive too, though he couldn't remember from where. There are some real nasty guys after us, the man said. I know I have no right to ask you this, but please, at least help me keep my daughter safe. Probably you should go to the police if... No! They won't be able to help me with this. Please, I'm begging you, help me. I'm sorry, but... Please, if not me, then at least help my daughter, the man pleaded. Osawa looked down at the girl. Unlike her father, she was calm and reserved. She reminded him of Maria just a little. These people needed professional help. Call the police. Or he couldn't just stand idly by. This is one case where, just for the sake of continuing, and I don't know if the other one will necessarily get us to a bad end, I'm just going to do option B. I can cover bad ends I missed in a later stream. Help them evade their pursuers. Alright, follow me. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So we actually don't know about our plane ticket then? Whoa, that is creepy. He led the two back to his house and into the storage shed out back. You can lay low in here for a while if you like, he said. The shed was fairly large. There was plenty of space for the man and his daughter. I'm so sorry, the man said. I'm not sure how I could possibly thank you. Don't worry. Osawa closed the shed door and headed back to take a look around. Oh, two thuggish-looking men came running up to him. No doubt these were the people the father and daughter were running from. You there, said the one in sunglasses. You see a guy and his daughter around here? Taro Toyama and his daughter Hana. They've come to Shoto while running from loan sharks. Just moments ago, Toyama was talking on the phone with Minorikawa. They should have come by this way. There was a hint of menace in his voice. A man and his daughter? Ah, yes, I think I saw them run through here. Which way did they go? That way. Sweet, we almost got them. The pair sped away. These guys just keep getting misdirected by everybody. Osawa waited until they were fully out of sight and then called out to the shed. Alright, they're gone. The door stayed closed, however. I'm really sorry, the man called back from inside. Those guys might come back this way. Is it okay if we hide out here a while longer? He sounded desperate. Pitiful, really. Sure, go ahead, Osawa said. With that, he headed back inside. Evidently, he just wasn't going to get any time alone today, no matter where he went. God, this is weird. But we already got to a to be continued with Osawa. But I guess we have to get a different to be continued to get other people's to be continued. Osawa groaned inwardly when he got back to his study. You're still here? Yes, sir. I was told to keep my eyes on you, after all. Believe me, it shows. Mr. Osawa, if you're going to go outside, I'd appreciate it if you'd let me know first. What? Had Kajiwara realized he'd snuck out of the house? But more importantly... Oh, here's the plane ticket. That's what it is. We did it. I mean to give this to you. I can't skip this, so it's a different thing. This is what was clogging the toilet, but we're coming from a different branch. So I'm just going to have to mash X through this and get to the... Oh, now we're good. Now we're good. We did it. I'll just make it save. Alright. That was an interesting detour. Now, let us go to... Now, you know what? Just because I'm curious... I'm just so curious. What if we do advice for Toyama, but I gotta check this really quick. I gotta check. Hey there, No Fear. Get back to the office. Let's just make him get back to the office, and I'll see what happens if Osawa goes outside. I'm just morbidly curious. Alright, there's my save. And then I'll undo this after the fact. Oh yeah, good point, Dragon Ace. He's probably going to recognize Toyama as the guy who wrote that smear article about his marriage. That's going to suck. Yeah, sneaking out. Now it'll be different. This is so crazy. Oh, no fear, this is on PS4. So he fled the room, but this time we're not going to find Toyama. We'll see what happens. Headed for the back door. Out to the back fence. Tiny alley. He saw them anyway? What? But I can't skip this. This is new. He watched as they rounded a corner and disappeared from sight. Huh. Okay. And then we got the thugs. But I still can't skip this. Have you seen them? No, I don't think so. Okay, come on. Replied the other. Alright, that was different. Oh, and they followed Toyama accurately. Ooh. He calmed down, but there was worry. Oh boy. And then we're back to Kajiwara. How is that going to resolve for Minorikawa, I wonder? Wasn't there a jump somewhere around here? I don't know how it's supposed to work. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and undo that. That was kind of interesting to see, though. Like, I don't know how I'm supposed to resolve that, unless it's like Kano. But, oops. He groaned inwardly. Creepy Kajiwara picture. Let's just undo that before I forget how things worked. I don't want to mess this whole thing up. But that was kind of cool. Yeah, stay where you are. Alright, let's just make it safe. Good. Then we'll go back to Osawa. Just make sure this goes appropriately. It does give me a jump, actually. But I'll try the other option and just mess up the father-daughter thing. We're gonna call the police. His first thought was to alert one of the detectives in his home, but now was no time to interfere with their investigation. Look, I'm calling the police, he said. He took his cell phone from his pocket. No, don't, please! I just need somewhere safe right now. I'm not sure what else I could possibly do. Well, nothing, I guess. Never mind. I understand. The man bowed quickly to Osawa and then grabbed his daughter by the hand and ran off. The two had just rounded the corner when a pair of thuggish-looking men came running from the end of the street. You see a guy and his daughter around here? I saw feigned ignorance. Don't think so. Alright, let's go. Okay. And then they followed the father and daughter. Okay. And then we got Kajiwara. Oh, but this is the jump. So I don't know. Let's see if anything happens with this. Meowington, when I threw the boxes, they probably were Burning Hammer. What if I jump from here? I don't know. This might end poorly. But I could just go, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That didn't really appear to be anything weird, so let's just go back and not mess this up. So let's... Father asking for help. Let's just make this happen so we can close this out. She has a penetrating stare. Alright, help them evade. Let's go. Boom. Saved. Did it. Now can I do Kano and not mess this up? I can. Ladies and gentlemen, we're golden. We did it. We did it. We made it through the chapter, or we're about to make it through the chapter. It's 12:40. We have 20 minutes. Can we make this work? Oh, that's right, because don't... Oh, that was the bad end, right? Don't Toyama and his daughter come running by Kano, and that's why they messed it up? Because they're dealing with two things at once? Now that we've... So I already saw the bad end, I just didn't realize it. Got it. Now we won't be distracted while making our pincer movement. That's what it is. That's what it is. Alright, the handoff was about to be made. The second man approached the one holding the attaché case. After exchanging a scanned handful of words, he took the case and walked off. Sasayama? I'll handle the guy with the case. Got it. Sasayama broke into a run, chasing after the man who had taken the ransom. Kano hung up the phone and rushed to close the distance with the other man. We're actually going through with it! You there! Stop where you are! The suspect turned, then Kano recognized his face. He was indeed a member of the foreign crime syndicate that operated in Shibuya. Is the hostage safe? Kano demanded. The man's only response was an unsettling grin. Answer me! But though he repeated the question, the man remained silent. Kano... Okay, guys, chat time. I mean, not chat time, that was embarrassing. Choice time! He took out a pair of handcuffs and reached for his wrist. Or, took out his phone to check in with Sasayama. A. Or, B. A stands for a pair of handcuffs, and B stands out for... Took out his phone to check in with Sasayama. Yeah. So who's it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? Or not who, what? A or B? Handcuff? Phone. I am most curious, because we are toward the end of this. It's down to the wire now. 1 for A, 2 for A. 1 for B. 2 for B. That's it. 3 for B. Three for A, then, if we need to secure the captive. 4 for A. This is actually really close. So A is slightly winning, it seems. I guess we're probably going to go with that. Alright, let's go. So, we took out a pair of handcuffs. Equipment used by police officers to shackle suspects. In Japan, the belt that makes up part of the officer's duty uniform has a storage pouch for a pair of handcuffs. Baton, handcuffs, pistol. Alright. The man pulled a knife from his breast pocket and swung it right at Kano's face. Kano managed to jerk away in time, but his momentum carried him too far backward and he sprawled onto the pavement. Damn! The suspect was already making a run for it. Jesus. That car is blazing right by. Suddenly, a large car of foreign make skidded to a halt, blocking off the man's escape route. A tall Caucasian man jumped out. He wore sunglasses and a crisp suit. Now cornered, the fleeing suspect brandished his knife. "Be careful!" But Kano didn't even have time to finish shouting his warning. There was a metallic poing, and the knife went flying through the air. The man in the sunglasses had snapped his right foot up, sending the weapon flying. As the attacker's jaw dropped in astonishment, the newcomer proceeded to elbow him right in the face. Damn. The blow connected and the suspect went down hard. Ah! Ow! The fallen man turned his head to look at Kano. His mouth moved as if he was attempting to say something. He never got it out. That is some motion blur. The man in the sunglasses kicked him in the face, so hard that he bent time and space. With a groan, the perp slumped down, unconscious. "Hey," Kano snapped, "what the hell are you doing?" He stormed over to the man with the sunglasses. "Agent Smith?" The man nonchalantly dusted off his suit. "You were ordered to watch and see where these guys went, right?" He spoke in fluent Japanese. Imagine that you're a Japanese person who's never been in a situation where you suddenly had to speak to a foreigner. You haven't used English in ages. Your tension grows. You think back to English class at school, but nothing you remember is helpful. You muster up the courage to choke out a stammered, do you... And the foreigner responds fluently in your own Japanese, "Nihongo de daijoubu desu." It's alright, I speak Japanese. That's kinda pretty great. What happened to that Japanese sense of honor I've heard so much about? Who are you? I'm from the U.S. Embassy's Regional Security Office, the man replied. An embassy is where ambassadors from a foreign country lodge and conduct much of their official diplomatic business. Under international law, ambassadors are guaranteed diplomatic immunity, and the embassy grounds are considered territory of the home nation. The U.S. Embassy's Regional Security Office is responsible for the security of American diplomatic facilities and personnel, and provides American citizens in Japan with information on public order. It is located in Akasaka in the Minato ward of the Tokyo metropolis. He presented Kano with his ID. Jack Stanley, with the thing music again. Are you goddamn kidding me? He literally signs John Hancock. Would Japanese people even get that joke? Because it's in cursive, and also John Hancock is like a very American thing. For official foreign mission, May 2007 to December 2009. All authorities in the United States of America are requested to afford the bearer every assistance and protection of which this person may stand in performing the work of mission. Slight English there, slight, but alright. John Hancock, though, that's too good. Jack Stanley. His title was listed as Security Assistance Officer. Kano glanced at the car he'd shown up in. The license plate was blue with white lettering. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs? But the Ministry wouldn't just send some diplomat to intervene in a police investigation. Unless it's that much bigger. Kano pulled his phone out of his pocket. Sasayama's name was displayed across the LCD screen. "How are things on your end, Kano?" "I have the suspect in custody. How about you?" Sasayama hesitated. He got away from me?" "What about the attaché case?" "I'm sorry, but he's still gotta be around here somewhere. I'm gonna look around some more." Sasayama hung up. "What's your name, detective?" Jack Stanley asked as Kano was processing this new information. "Kano, from the Shibuya precinct." "Alright, Kano. I'm gonna need you to follow my instructions for the next while." "Why's that?" Instead of answering, Stanley took out his cell phone and made a quick call. After a few moments, he held the phone out for Kano. "Here, permission from your boss," he said. "What?" Kano squawked. He took the phone gingerly, bracing himself. Kano speaking. "You imbecile! What the hell are you thinking?" It was Kuze, and was he furious. Understandably so, really. Kano had disobeyed a direct order, and for what? All he'd accomplished was losing track of the attaché case. "I'm sorry, sir." "You really think sorry is gonna cut it?" "You're off the force, Kano." "Not off the case, off the force. Yo." Kano slumped, defeated. He had no reply. He knew he deserved whatever punishment he got. Still, orders from up top didn't trump the hostage's safety. If he could have gone back and done it all again, he was sure he'd make the same call. Maybe that meant he wasn't detective material, but so be it. "That's what I want to tell you," Kuze continued. "But for now, I need you to follow the instructions of the guy there, Stanley. Do whatever he tells you." Damn. Hey there, Black Velvet. Hey there, Anthony. Yo, this is intense. Sir? Kano hadn't seen that one coming. He disobeyed orders. That was undeniable. And yes, he knew he deserved a reprimand, but being ordered to tag along with some stranger who just turned up out of the blue? What the heck? May I ask why the US Embassy is involved with this? No more questions, Kano. Step in line. Please, just hold on. Sir, I have no idea what's going on here. Kuze let out an exasperated sigh. That makes two of us, kid. Oh my god, this is so intense. And with that, the director hung up. Yo, everything in this game is getting more and more grand. This is marvelous. That's gotta be to be continued. It sounded like even Kuze didn't have the whole story here, which meant that orders were coming from someplace higher. A foreign syndicate moving the ransom around? The US Embassy? Whatever was going on, it was more than just a local kidnapping case, and Kano was deep in the middle of it. He handed the phone back to Stanley. Yo, this is too much. A few moments later, two detectives from the MPD arrived on the scene, much blurrier than Stanley. Stanley handed over the fallen criminal to them. You're chasing a bum lead, you know, Stanley said as he watched them carry the man away. What do you mean, Kano asked. I mean this kidnapping isn't about the money. My priority is the girl's safety. Right now, your priority is doing what I tell you to do. Kano gave him a scowl, but Stanley ignored it. That guy we just, arrested, he asked. He tell you anything? No, nothing, Kano said. Really now? All trace of emotion drained from Stanley's eyes. Jesus. His gaze pierced Kano like icy daggers. It held a glimmer of something dangerous. Something Kano had seen plenty of times since he joined the Force. He wasn't looking into the eyes of some diplomatic liaison. No. This was a man who knew how to kill. Who'd killed people before. With some effort, Kano managed to regather his sense of professionalism. He didn't tell me anything, he repeated. I just know that he's a member of some foreign crime syndicate that works out of Shibuya. Probably knows some of their hangouts. Show me, Stanley said, cool as an automaton. We'll take my car. God damn! Kano wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his brow as they headed for the vehicle. He was just sliding into the passenger seat when Kuze radioed over the wireless. Okie dokie, folks, listen up. The childish tone was back in his voice, full force. Kano stiffened on reflex. He knew what that meant. So, Hitomi Osawa has, gone missing. What? Kano couldn't believe his ears. Now remember, we the player know where he is, but... Whew. Wasn't Tateno supposed to be protecting her right now? Also, Detective Tateno hasn't radioed in. And, we can't reach him from our end either. No way, Kano blurted out. It can't be. So yeah, Kuze continued, he might have gotten caught up in this incident too. It wasn't like a detective of Tateno's stature to go incommunicado during an investigation. It could only mean that something had happened to him, something major. This game is so good. Oh my god. I am so into this. And we finished the chapter. This game is goddamn amazing. We might have missed a bad end if we had tried apprehending or calling Sasayama. I'll try that real quick, but this will be the last thing I do. Hooray! We graduated chapters! I would do anything, whatever it took. That was sarcasm, wasn't it? Time's up! I'll pay you double what they're worth. Any evidence has been covered up. Oh man, this game's too good. Ah, this is delightful. Who can you trust? This is a goddamn good question. Kabam! Oh my god, this is delightful. I have got to go back to Kano. Choice. I'm going to do the bad end here. This game is so good. It really is. So, attempting the arrest was the correct decision, so what if we take out our phone? I've got the suspect in custody, he said. How's your end? Sasayama hesitated. He got away from me. What about the attaché case? Sorry, but he's still gotta be around here somewhere. I'm gonna look around some more. Sasayama hung up, so it's the same thing? Oh! But the man pulled a knife and swung it at Kano's face. Kano jerked away, but too far backward. Did this choice even matter? I guess I'll just keep going. It looks like we might be going a different direction. So, Kano took the guy out. There was a metallic pwing. So we did this, we know. So we got the guy who kicked the crap out of his freaking face. Mr. Anderson. This still, like, again. Alright. Doom. That music, man. No, Cat Sith, I don't know if it's a non-choice. Because I can't keep going down to the end. We'll see, though. But you might be right. Maybe it is a non-choice. We'll see. It looks like maybe you're right. Maybe this is just a non-choice. Seems a little weird to do for the last thing in the chapter, you know? But, okay. Yeah, maybe it really didn't matter. So either we attempt to handcuff the guy and the guy swings a knife and gets taken out and then we call Sasayama, or we call Sasayama and first, and then the guy brandishes a knife. By the way, I just noticed, you like the little fake out they did with there, where it did the slow fading in text? He wasn't cut out to be a detective. Like it's going to be a bad end, but then they back out of it. That's kind of great. But it looks like it might have been to be continued anyway, so I don't know. Yeah, it's all back. I guess it didn't matter. Alright. Okay. Did it. Alright, fine. And then there's different characters, all of which we can choose from in the next time. But in any case, this is where I'm going to call it. So thank you very much for joining the stream. And for now, I was going to say it's time to stop the installment. Whoops! And have a wonderful night.